are you saying it so
'Cause
quietly? Why?
the elephant in the room.
What is the elephant?
The election.
Oh, yeah. I guess that is a big elephant, if you will.
Yeah.
Quite
Hey.
literally. Hey. How's it going?
So, we definitely have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're so somber, so sad.
It's a somber episode.
Maybe not for long. We're gonna talk about what we need to talk about, and then we're gonna move on.
But yeah, I definitely think that we should address just everything that's happening.
The big orange elephant.
Oh my God, period. Yeah, so this episode's probably gonna come out a little bit late, considering it's Sunday when we record, and we got the news of everything like what?
Yeah,
Tuesday. So or Wednesday, I don't know, but
and we also pre-recorded the Halloween podcast if you guys didn't see, so that's why that got posted this week. Fun fact, that was supposed to be posted last week. That's a whole other situation. Okay, we talked about the editing. We're working on the editing. We're gonna try and like have everything up at least like 4 days after we record. Is it 4 days or 5 days?
I think like 4.
Yeah.
Technically.
So we're gonna try and like be more early with our stuff. So stay tuned for that.
But yeah, we know it's bad right now.
Yeah.
We may be cooked.
We may be actually cooked.
But
women may be cooked.
Women, people of color.
Yes.
Queer folks.
Girl, you know how badly I want to come on here and just like go crazy and just put everybody on blast because of this whole fucking thing. Like, girl.
Yeah.
Also, people that we know, like, I just like want to go off so badly, but we can't. And it's like,
I know.
I
think that, what was it? So it's crazy because, Tuesday night, like, election day, I voted early also. I voted on Saturday and
sorry, I don't know why I gasped. I have this story with my election day that I have to tell.
Okay.
Continue.
I voted on Saturday and, on Tuesday, I tried to like, not think about it too much. I actually, did have like this hope, and I was like, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. I was like actually very hopeful, even though like the back of my mind I did kind of always have like this like inkling that it might not be. So I went into work, like I didn't like look at my phone or anything until like I got into work, and it was like maybe like 10 a.m. I'm at work, and I was talking to one of my coworkers who's like a trans woman, and I was like, hey, how are you? And she was like, how do you think?
Oh.
And I was like, oh, no. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
oh, so you didn't know?
I didn't know until she was like actually distraught, and it broke my heart. And
you didn't
I was
like
just
go on Twitter or something?
I didn't. Well, you know what? I asked Rod in the morning, I'm like, do you think like the results are in? And he was like, no, I wouldn't even bother checking, because like it took like last time it took like a few days, and he was right.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't bother checking. Girl. So there was like a couple hours of just like pure peace that I was just like so blissfully unaware. And yeah, and then everything came crashing down, and in the worst way, because like I really did like just feel her pain, and like just the pure fear, especially as like a trans woman, like they just don't want trans people to exist, and it's like so sad. And like it took like all day, like it was bleak at work, like people were unhappy, sure. And I got home, and like it just like the reality of it all set in, and I was like just really sad. And like people that I considered friends like voted for him.
And that's the scariest part. It's like people that we know that like are on their side, and also like we're Latinas, and like to have like maybe like family members, friends that are like us voting for somebody who's like
just voting against your best interest is crazy.
It's mind blowing, and it's like navigating that whole thing, because it's like you don't want to like stay away. You can't stay away from those people. They're your family, right. So it's like
it's definitely yes, and it's really challenging to like compartmentalize and like you know, try to separate, you know,
Mm-hmm.
their actions and their beliefs from like, you know, your love for them. That's definitely like challenging. And like, I don't know, this whole week I've been thinking about a lot, and I've been just kind of like taking space, like, and just keeping to myself and just trying to like wrap my brain around like not only that, those relationships, and also just like what the next 4 years are going to look like and the years to come, like what the aftermath of all this will be. And like, I know that, you know, to some this might come off as like melodramatic, but like, no, like these things affect you. And you know,
Also, like somebody like you who's trying to like really start their lives now, like you're gonna soon have a baby, you know, you want to get a house, things like that. So it's like, I mean, not to not to like give you anxiety, but you know, like for people who are starting their lives in that type of way, like it must be a little bit daunting,
yeah,
because he's the one who's gonna be setting these things, these rules, these, you know, obstacles for people who are gonna try and start a new life, you know. So it's a scary thing. I'm
yeah,
like, are you gonna help or are you gonna like hinder, you know?
yeah,
And I honestly, my thing is too, like, though I don't like that man and I don't like what he stands for, and I don't want him in office, period, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I just hope that he does good and that he's not going to F all of us over, you know. And I know that that's a hard thing to ask of that man, but I'm praying that like it really isn't going to do
like,
that much harm. Like, I hope
yeah,
to God.
I hope that it's the least, I hope that it's like minimal damage. But you know, you do have to remain like realistic in these
Yeah.
instances. So I do have just like a couple of like notes. You know, don't be apathetic. I understand that we should take our time to just kind of grieve this, and it is a little bit daunting, and just like it paralyzes you in a way to like, you know, worry about, you know, what's to come. The anxiety of it all will just kind of leave you like not wanting to do anything.
Yeah.
Don't be apathetic.
We still have a couple months.
Yeah, don't be, even during this term, like don't be apathetic. Like keep fighting for the things that you believe in.
Yeah.
And don't get complacent. Like I think that even when Biden was in office, it's just people become very complacent. And just because the person you wanted to run is in office does not mean that the problems that you care about have been solved. So, you know, no matter who's in office, I think it's important to just like keep advocating for the things that you care about, and, you know, continue to do the work to create meaningful change, because you can't trust these politicians to do it.
True.
It's really up to us, and you know,
Because
it's up to the people to
who's to say
create
if
this.
Camila were to be elected and if she were to be president, who's to say that she would have done what we wanted to? So at the end of the day, it really is up to us to set those things that we want and speak our minds. And
Yeah,
like,
it is up to us to set, you know, change in motion. So, you know,
I was watching Joe, like I know him, but I was watching this speech that Biden was saying. Oh God, he said something so like
Joe.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I just called him because
talking to my buddy Joe.
Because I had Sleepy Joe in my
Oh,
because they call him that all the time, so I had that stuck in my head. But he said something like fuck, I forgot what he said, but he said a very good quote. Oh, I wish I could remember. No, he just went on. He was talking about how like we, like you said, like we have to go out and like speak our minds, and like if you want change, you have to like say that you want change and things like that.
yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I was also watching this TikToker. I think she's trans too, and she was saying how people, like if you are trans and if you know certain laws that maybe Trump is gonna like pass are gonna affect you, this is the time. It is the time now to get your ducks on a row. Is that how you say that? Get your ducks in a row.
Ducks in order. Yeah.
Yeah, get your ducks in a row. Do what you have to do before it all starts. Do everything. Now is the time to do what you have to do, because It's scary. It's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
I want a better candidate. I think that we deserve a lot more. I do follow like politics, like enough. And, I was just like so disappointed with like what our political parties are now. I think that we need more than two. I
honestly
also
the people voting for like independence and things like that, fuck you. Okay, because you wasted a good 3 million votes on somebody who was not gonna make it.
Some people straight up were voting for Hoktwa
Bro.
and Toktwa, so you know what I mean. And some people just straight up didn't vote. So it's just like, and that goes back to apathy. I
want to snap.
I know, but
it's like, what are you doing? Also, can I just talk about like the day that I went to go vote?
Yeah,
because that was like a whole ordeal.
I'm so happy that you did it though,
and trust me, it was a mission because I was gonna give up. Okay. So me and my mom went to, oh my god, so much that I have to rant about, because our like voting place was at a senior citizens home.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that would even.
Yeah.
I can only
right
imagine.
Here,
okay.
Usually it's done in schools, but I think they switched that for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So we went to the senior citizens home. I walk in, boom. First thing I see, a lady laying on the ground passed out with her lip bleeding.
Oh no.
Yeah. So somebody passed out literally the second that we walked in, and I was like, not a good sign. She was literally just laying there, and people were like going over her, like just walking over her.
Fuck?
It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then they picked her up. I guess she like woke up, her lip was bleeding. It was like a whole thing. I was shook. Nobody gave a fuck. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen, because it's like there's a little like a lady, and then you're just walking over her. It's insane. Anyway, so that happened. They took her out. We continue voting because that's America. My mom goes. She goes into the booth. Her ballot is like messed up in some sort of way. So they're calling the people being like, her ballot is messed up. Like, what do we do? Nobody knows what the hell they're doing, because they're senior citizens. And no tea, no shade. Love old people. But why are they having the senior citizens do the work there?
Yeah.
This is important work. And I go up, and the lady takes, I'm not kidding, like 20 minutes to just find my name. She's like, you're not in the system. I'm like, what the hell? I am in the system, lady. Please keep looking. She's like, you're not in the system. She keeps looking. She finally finds my brother before she finds me, which is funny. And I'm like, yeah, that's my brother. She finds me, and she's like, oh, you're at the wrong place. I'm like, I live around the corner. What do you mean? My ID says here.
Yeah.
So she's like, you're at the wrong place, but I can do this thing where you could do it here. But I'm like, she's like, do you want that? I'm like, yeah.
Duh.
Like, I don't want to go across.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't want to go across the city to do my thing. So she takes another 20 minutes trying to do that. She has no idea what's happening. She forgets halfway through what she's doing.
Yeah. Well, also, I think they're like, the people that do the polling is like, I think it's voluntary.
I don't know what it is, but it shouldn't be. I genuinely think it shouldn't be. Anyways,
like they should be like actually like
they should be trained. They should be like
paid.
They should not have like memory loss in the middle of it.
Oh no,
I'm so sorry. She literally forgot. She was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, you're looking for my name. Like,
she straight up said that.
Yes.
I'm dead.
She's like, I don't know what's happening.
She's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and then I had to sign my name like 5 times. I'm like, lady, come on.
Yeah.
And then she just gives up. She's like, you know what? You're just gonna have to go to across.
Not the frustration.
I had somewhere down in Carajo Land. I had to go down there. She's like, you know what? I give up. I'm like, oh, you give up. So then my mom's trying to fix her. She's still going. Over there. Her ballot is like messed up. They're calling people. That whole situation. But finally, they fix her. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
She goes back to work, and then we had to go at night to Carajo Land for me to vote. And that went so smoothly. You know why? Because they weren't senior citizens.
They knew what they were doing.
Because they know what they were doing. I went in, literally took 1 minute. It literally took 1 minute. In and out. And I got a compliment about my hair.
Oh.
Did I get compliments over here? Absolutely not. I got yelled at. And
stressful.
I got stressed. I got stressed. But I did it. I didn't give up. I thought I was.
I know.
When I came back home, I was like, I'm not leaving that. And also, it takes a lot for me to leave the house. You know this.
We need to fix that.
You know how I am.
We need to fix that though.
If I leave the house once, I'm not leaving again.
Yeah.
That is it. You got me out the house. We're doing everything we need to do. I'm not coming back in the house.
Yeah.
So that irked me. And it's just the fact that she didn't continue to like try. It's just that she just gave up.
Yeah.
And she's like, just go. And I'm like,
yeah, that's a little wild.
So just my rant is, we need professionals doing these votings, like people who know what they're doing, not volunteers. Like, you know how easily you could mess up a vote in like a ballot? Like, that's all I have to say about that. That's my rant for.
I'm glad you voted though. The hard side.
Not that it helped.
Oh my god, I know.
But also I felt so bad. Like, I was like, if my vote were to be that one vote that like didn't, you know, fix things. Or
I am like very thankful that like New Jersey is just like is almost like it's always a blue state.
Isn't that crazy?
Period.
Which is kind of scary because when I was going to where I had to vote.
Yeah, it's Trump City. Like,
I saw a lot of flags.
At the surface level, like if you were to like just like drive around like here, it does very much seem like Trump.
Well, because we're like near the country, but also like near the city, so it's like it's a lot of different types of people.
Dox us, but
yeah.
But yeah, all of this like definitely killed my like after trip like glow, my euphoria a little bit.
Wait, this happened after you came back?
Yeah, like I literally came back on Friday. I got back Friday. I voted Saturday, and then like literally like a couple days later was the election, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Also, when I found out, this is funny because when I woke up, I had this like, I was like in this dream, like this REM kind of dream situation where Camila had won, and I fully like
I'm so sorry.
gaslit myself.
I gotta correct. It's Kamala.
Oh, I keep calling her Camila.
Camila.
I like Camila.
Camila.
I'm gonna keep calling her Camila. But I fully gaslit myself to like believe that she had won because I was like in between like woken up and sleep because I knew I was gonna wake up and check Twitter and it was gonna be like boom, you know?
Yeah.
So I like first gaslit myself to think that like she did win.
Also, I don't know how you're gonna be on Twitter anymore.
Why? Oh,
it's
I
just,
blocked
like,
his
a
name.
Cesspool. I don't think you can.
Yes,
like
you can.
I watched like
no, I can show you a
D'Angelo
picture.
Wallace just like posted a video, and even though like he blocked Elon Musk, like he was still like getting like
no, you can block the words.
Oh,
so
really?
you can go in and do like a block. I was gonna send it to you because I thought it was funny. I blocked. These are my muted words: Donald Trump, election, Melania, President Trump, temporary, and
oh my god.
So those are my muted words because anytime I see anything about Trump, I just like block it. So far I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen him being all like,
sounds lovely.
I won the election.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Was it good? I don't know. I've been working on it.
Very great.
I'm not gonna try again. That first one was good enough.
Yeah, I mean, we won't get into any more of it. Like we're aware of the situation at hand. All we can do is be hopeful and, you know, like
prepare.
I said,
and
keep advocating for the things you care about. And if you didn't vote this year, register to vote.
Also, this is his last term. This is his last.
Hopefully,
well, he can't do it again. It could only be 2 years.
Yeah, but
no, we're not doing this again. It's not happening.
He could potentially change some things.
No,
not to fearmonger, but yeah. No. Yeah, you know what? Fuck him, and that's all.
That's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on swiftly from that one.
Yeah. So I went to Japan.
Yes.
And I honestly wish I could turn right back around. Even like not even anything to do with the election. I mean, I guess a little bit now, but I was just like so sad to leave.
I bet.
I absolutely like fell in love with it. I am already like thinking about going back, and you know, I definitely want to stay longer next time. God, it was really like just like one of the greatest trips of my life.
I mean, yeah.
And I just like a part of me feels sad that I won't be able to experience like all of that for the first time ever again.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, that feeling of just like your first experience of something is just like,
yeah, that is the best feeling ever.
Except my first time having sex. That was actually awful.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah. Terrible. But Anyways,
Ooh, my throat.
God. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I made like a gurgling sound. Hopefully that didn't pick it up.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start, honestly.
So your first day, maybe?
Oh yeah. As soon as we got there, we landed in Tokyo and we stayed in Tokyo for like about a day, and then we were gonna take the bullet train to Osaka. So like we got there and it was about like a 14-hour flight. Which
that's spooky.
It's
How
not
is
as
that?
bad as you. It's not as bad as
really, but also for me, like a
you
4-hour flight to Puerto Rico is like hell. So I feel
the seats are a little bit more comfortable
Really?
on an international flight, I will say, and they give you like meals and stuff. So it's not.
Did you like walk
too
around, like get up and walk, or no?
Not really. I think I used the bathroom like once or twice, but like that was about it. I watched like all of Harry Potter.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I had the time.
yeah.
So yeah, we got to Japan and
Japan.
well, sorry, we got to Tokyo and we dropped our bags off and showered and everything, and then like we like walked around and our first night like just like walking around, it just felt like I don't know, there was just like something like so like familiar but like also not about it, and it was.
Did it feel like anywhere you've ever been before?
I guess it kind of did remind me of New York in some ways.
Just not as chaotic.
Yeah, like definitely like a lot more structure, definitely cleaner. The food is absolutely amazing. But I'll get into that. But yeah, like so we did Tokyo, Osaka. Well, we did one night in Tokyo when we got there. Then we went to Osaka for 3 days, spent a day in Kyoto, and then came back to Tokyo to spend like another like 3 days there. So in total I think it was like about 8 days.
It's a long time.
I wish it was longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know where to start. But I'll go ahead and like just I have some notes here.
All right.
So the bathrooms were absolutely amazing. I think a lot of people talk about, how clean it is there, but like I don't think enough hype is I don't think we hype the bathrooms enough. Like the public restrooms even, like they are clean. And I love that like they have bidets in the bathrooms, and like they have these features like first of all the stall goes to the floor, babe. Like the door is on the floor.
Oh,
like,
you mean there's no peek hole?
No, there's privacy. You get privacy, and not only do you get privacy, you get sound privacy. They have a little sound machine. As soon as you step into the bathroom, it goes. So no one's hearing your freaking poops plop in the toilet.
I love that.
They have sanitizer for the seat. They have like, you know what I mean? They have like a clean bidet. Like, if you do take a poop, you don't have to walk around with an itchy ass all day.
Right.
It's really nice. And yeah, like I loved that. I mean, I have a bidet at my home, so like I have been evolved, but it's definitely, I was just like, damn, like, especially like when I flew back home and I used like the restrooms at like the airport in the States, I was like, ugh, like this isn't the same. It really was like the biggest like culture shock of it all.
Yeah.
Was the bathroom.
Where was this bathroom? Like at a McDonald's or like?
What do you mean?
Are they all like that?
They're all like that. I think like maybe at, like some of like the older places, like if you're like at shrines or something, like, things that are like a little more historic, like you won't have like that. But even so, like by like the standards we have here, it's still a lot cleaner.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah. The food was just like some of the best food I've ever had in my life. Like, it was just like also the quality of the food. Like, I wouldn't eat like that much. Like the portions were like reasonable, and like, I felt like content with the amount of food I was eating. It felt like, I guess like not necessarily like organic. I don't know. Maybe I guess just organic. Fresh. It felt like fresh.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like there were like a bunch of chemicals in it. Like I never felt like my stomach hurt after eating something, which I like as soon as I got back, like, and I like had food here. I like my stomach just like definitely felt different.
I bet. It's just like,
yeah, it was just like I felt like the things I was like putting into my body were like,
oh, that's a car. If you guys can hear that.
I just felt like the food that I was putting into my body was like a lot more nourishing. Drank a lot there too. I mean, right after saying that, it's crazy.
Did you guys go to like bars and stuff?
Yeah, we went to bars. I was smoking there.
Did you wait, what do you mean?
Like cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
But
I saw it was funny because I saw your Instagram. I think it was your Instagram or something. Chimo showed me you guys smoking a cigarette, and I was like, but it didn't look like a cigarette, so I was like,
oh, little skinny cigarettes. They're so cunty. I got like these cigarettes in Japan, and they're like so cool because they have like this little like flavor ball in them, like you bite it. And we don't think
cigarettes are cool.
I do.
I like how I don't. So
anyways, so yeah, I would like bite into it, and it has like a little flavor thing, but they were skinny, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cunty.
Skinny legend. What is that black thing?
But I'm gonna.
Oh, it's your hoodie. I was like, what is that?
Oh yeah, because it is like fucking freezing in here.
Yeah,
so I
made
might
it
be putting
freezing
this
in here.
on.
Better freezing than hot.
Okay. Yeah, the food, the drinks were amazing. Like I just, even like their convenience stores, like they're very big on convenience stores there. So like the food that I was eating there was fire, like 7-Elevens, like amazing food.
I'm so jealous about that.
It was, let me make sure like I'm not like going like all over the place, but I am like very passionate about my time there. What else? Oh yeah, the food, the drinks. I'm trying to think about like what else. It was like very, very chaotic. I think that if you were like a naturally like anxious person and don't like being in like large spaces like that, it's really not for everybody.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, I don't think people talk about that enough, especially if you are working within like the subway systems. Like if you're not familiar with like using like public transportation like that, it is going to be stressful.
Oh yeah, well everybody's trying to get to work or like go home.
And
like
yeah,
that, so
it got like, even for like Rod and I, like it did get hectic, and we used to live in New York.
Yeah,
so
you used to live in New York.
Like thank God, because like we knew how to like get around.
Yeah,
and we were like traveling very independently.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some people that were like actually like very stressed. Like you could like, you know, other foreigners were like very stressed about like what was like going on, because it is a lot.
Yeah.
Could
you imagine being from like the middle of the United States and like going to Japan?
Right.
It has to be like even a bigger culture shock, you know?
Yeah. I think it was like during rush hour, or like, you know, yeah, it was during like rush hour. Like people are like leaving work or like getting ready to go to work, and it is absolutely like chaos.
Yeah.
I was just like thinking, I'm like, I don't know how my family could do this.
Oh,
I like straight up said that. I was like, I don't know how any of them could.
I think I would cry.
And like Rod was like, yeah,
I would just start bawling.
It's a lot.
They'd have to helicopter me out.
It's a lot. But
wait,
like,
did you go to that street, that really iconic street,
Shibuya crossing? Yeah. We did, but we went during the day. And I just like, there was so much going on that day that I was just like, I don't know. I was like indifferent towards it. Also, we were there on Halloween. Like we were in Shibuya crossing on Halloween, which was fine. It was just like they were preparing for I guess just like whatever craziness was to come. So like there were a lot of police, you know, just kind of like guardrailing things. So I think when I go back, I'll definitely like spend more time there. I love Tokyo. I'll definitely like spend more time there. We stayed in Shinjuku, which is like kind of like their red light district, and basically like a red light district is like where you can like go to like strip clubs and stuff. It's like more of like the Las Vegas-y areas, for lack of a better word. Yeah, so we were there. We
Did you go into any?
No, I didn't go into a strip club.
Why not?
Not enough time.
But
but their strip clubs are like a little different though. I think it's more of just like, I mean, I wouldn't know because I didn't go in, but I think
Mhm.
it's more of like companionship rather than like,
Yeah, like just somebody to talk to.
yeah. The shopping was absolutely like top tier there.
Mhm.
I bought so much. I spent so much money. I
Ooh.
bought my dream bag there. I got
Okay.
my dream bag. It's the Louis Vuitton like Murakami, like the cherry one. I can show you a picture.
Murakami.
Murakami, yeah. Here, it's this bag.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Rod found it. Like we were like shopping
Mhm.
and like he just saw it and he knew like how much I like wanted that bag. So
Okay.
we ended up getting it. Yeah, like I spent so much money. But like things were like not really that expensive.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like my money went like a lot longer. The food was so cheap also. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, it was just like fun to explore like different stores. We went to like Harajuku, which is like their like I guess like fashion district,
Right.
and it was just awesome. And like each like town that we visited, like they just all had such like a different vibe and was like so unique, and it was just it just made me like want to just like keep going to like different places and just like explore more. So many like gorgeous scenes and like scenery, and everything was scenic and very serene.
Yeah.
Even though like there were like parts that were just very very chaotic, like it was like structured chaos. And
Well, did you guys stay like in how would you say it? Like in a chaotic place, or
yeah,
was it more
we
of a
stayed in
quiet?
Shinjuku, which is like their
Like when you
the
walk out the
busier-
building, it's like
yeah
a bunch of people. Oh,
yeah
damn.
We did stay in like busier areas, which like didn't bother me. It was like fine, but
I would want to stay somewhere where it looks like it's like maybe like an Airbnb. I would rather do that because it gives you more of the effect of like living there.
yeah, I think that like it's a little more challenging to stay at an Airbnb though. I think especially with like foreigners, people are like a little bit more
wary.
like weary to like, you know, because some of these houses like have so much history behind them, and you know, people, and I mean even in Airbnbs here people like destroy shit. So but yeah, we also went to Universal over there, which was so fun because they had like their Halloween stuff going on.
You guys went to the Mario
yeah,
part? I saw pictures.
That was fun.
Saw your pictures. I was like, oh, so jelly.
We did like shrines too in Kyoto, and nightlife, and we walked so much.
I bet.
I think, well, when we were in Kyoto, we averaged about like, because I have like the Apple like Ring app, and we averaged, bless you, that day I had walked 26,000 steps and did 67 flights of stairs. And like that was the day after we went to Universal, which there we did 25,000 steps.
Isn't that
like
crazy?
I averaged like about 20,000 steps every day, like out of all the days. And like, to be honest with you, it really wasn't that bad. Like, yes, my feet fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Like my feet were shot, but like there's something about like, I don't know, just like walking everywhere and like the walkability of everything.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, you kind of have to.
I did love it. Like, you know, people do drive, don't get me wrong, but like I like being somewhere walkable. I like to just like, you know, my legs work. I'm blessed to have legs that work. So I want to be able to like move around, and like I like being able to just kind of explore and, you know, take things a little bit slower. And I think that was like one thing that I really enjoyed about the trip, is that like, even though like everything's so new and like crazy and like there's so much to look at, like, you know, you're kind of like walking through all of this, so it gives you some time to just like, you know, just be a little bit more mindful, which I
feel
liked.
like I wouldn't even go to my room. I feel like I'd go to my room just to like sit down for a second, and then I'd be like, I have to go outside.
We really didn't spend that much time in our like hotel rooms. There was one hotel room that like had like a straight up like shower room. So like it was like wall to wall like shower, and then there was a bathtub next to it. and like the shower had like a little, it was just like a drain on the floor and then like a chair, like so you could like shower.
I love
it was so nice. And then like the bathtub like right next to it, so like Rod and I would like fill up the bathtub with like hot ass water, like hot soapy water. We would like shower ourselves first and then like dunk ourselves like and just lay in the tub, like because our feet were just like so shot. And it was amazing.
I wish that was more of a thing in the United States. Could you imagine just walking in and just be like, shower?
There were so many things that I was just like, oh my god, like I really wish that like we had some of these, like I don't know, like some of these just like the way of doing things. Like I just wish that like, you know, America would take notes, but you know.
Yeah.
So I did end up recording a lot of the stuff I did. So I am actually going to have a vlog. I did vlog. It was like also just like, it was a little strange at first to like record and stuff.
Were
like
you,
I definitely
actually talking in it, or were you just
and Rod's so funny too, because like Rod low-key wants to be a vlogger. Like he's like a suppressed vlogger. Aww. So he like, you know, I would like record stuff and he would like, oh my god, he was a natural on the camera. Like, so I guess this is like me and Rod's vlog, because he was doing so much talking. He's like, hey, you guys, so you know, we got these onigiri at 7-Eleven, so we're gonna give them a try. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was having
better
fun
than being awkward, because that's annoying.
It was fun, yeah. And so I can't wait to cut that and like have like the vlog.
Are you gonna post it on here?
I don't know. I do have like my own channel that I just like haven't done in a while, but I don't know. All of that to say, like
you could also do like an Instagram kind of thing.
I think this whole experience has like really also made me just like want to do, like it just like has really inspired me like creatively, and also just like the process
that happens to me all the time too. Like if I go to New York, I'm like, I'm a new woman, I'm gonna start doing this business, I'm gonna do this.
But I think that also just this trip happened at like a really good time, because like, you know, I'm about to have some like free time. We'll talk about that like in a bit, but so I think that things are just kind of aligning in a way that like, okay, I can spend more time, and you know, I still feel like very inspired. I feel like this trip changed me in a lot of ways. And also just like the vlogging of it all was like just so much fun.
Isn't it fun?
I really did love it. And like, yeah, it was like a little uncomfortable at first, and like I'm gonna like let you know, like it's probably not great, because this was like my first like time actually like vlogging, or like, you know, I don't know, just like vlogging in public. And but like I really did enjoy it, so I think like I might continue to just like make content. And you know, I have like a couple projects that I want to work on, so I think maybe just kind of creating like a video series behind that, I think.
True.
But yeah, this is definitely inspired me to travel more as well. I'm like,
I want to
travel.
It
took too long
too,
for me to
like,
get here.
Girl, lately I've been having the itch. You know, the itch of wanting to get out and just like do things and travel. Girl, I want to do it so bad.
So I think my next, well, we're probably gonna go to the Philippines next. But I do want to like try to like make a goal for myself to like travel to like, I don't know, 2 countries a year. That's like very ambitious, but I do want to like try to work towards that.
Gives you something to work towards.
Yeah. I think I want to go to Korea also next. I think that Korea has like a similar vibe, and I think that that's also a place that's been really intriguing to me. But I fell in love with Japan, seriously. And what else? I don't know if there's anything else. I think
that's it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be going back sooner than later. And I think like this week I'm going to start cutting up that vlog, so you can expect that soon. I'll let you guys know when that's up. But yeah, I took like a bunch of photos too, which I haven't like looked at everything yet, just because of everything that's happened this week. So I think this week I'm also just gonna like look at the photos and like relive all that. I took some like really great photos over there. I wish I would have gotten to take more. You know, I
But you should also live in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it is
I
that
think
too.
I think I had like a healthy like combination, especially with like vlogging as well. It's just like I just felt like I constantly had like a camera sometimes, and I just like,
yeah.
especially for the time, like it was such like a short amount of time. Like 8 days does seem like a lot, but at the end of the day, like there's just like so much to do that it really goes by like that. So I think that next time I go, I'll definitely like stay like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and you know, that way it just kind of gives me like a healthy mix of like being able to like make content and also just like live in the moment and just like enjoy things and yeah, like really immerse myself more. But yeah, it was amazing.
I wish we had like throwaway money, because I would love to do like travel vlogs and just like travel and just like take pictures and just like that is my dream. Like I would love to just travel and take like pictures and like of everything and just like do that. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
So,
I think I would definitely love to do like more travel content. I think I think it definitely gives you like an excuse to go out and travel more. You know what, this also like just made me want to like make more friends. That's
a good segue, because that's something that you wrote.
Yeah, but I'm like wondering if like maybe we should talk about that like next
Do you
want to talk?
Okay, so are we done with Japan?
Yeah, because I have
we have another thing
we
have to talk about. Because you also have
I missed Halloween, so I missed Halloween here, so I like didn't get to like look at things until like the next day. Well, I was Toadette when I was there, which is like Toad's girlfriend, and it was so fun because like we actually did go out. I guess I'm not done talking about Japan.
You can go ahead. This may be a longer podcast, but honestly it's fine.
You think so?
Yeah, why not?
Hopefully
we can make up for the mess of the last 2 weeks.
No, I think we're good. I think we're good on time. But yeah, so we went out at night for like Halloween in Shinjuku, and I dressed as Toadette for Halloween, and like we went to like bars and stuff. Oh, also I was the only one in our group that like wore a costume.
Oh,
which was like a little disappointing.
They couldn't have brought like a headband or something.
I did try to get them to, but they just like weren't about it, which is like another part of like I can't like nothing. I love my friends. Like do not get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys. Love you. Love you. Love you. I just want to like also just meet people that like, you know, want to be on like the same like vibe as me, because
I very like chill, like, because I feel like when you travel you're either that person who like tries to act like they're from there, or you're very like touristy and you're very like I want to like see every little thing and like do every little thing, you know.
No, I wouldn't say that they were like either or, and I certainly wasn't trying to like be any sort of way, but like I was like, it's Halloween, like I don't care where I'm at, like I want to dress up and have fun. Like if we're going out on Halloween, like I am, like it doesn't matter where I am, I'm gonna like have fun. And I think that I don't know, maybe for them it was like more like just like not wanting to be perceived like that, but I'm like,
but nobody's gonna like
you're not
from there.
But I also am just like, okay, well, I don't know. I just wish that like I had more friends that like were willing to like meet me where I'm at. And like if I do want to like dress up, not that I have like an issue like being the only one. I mean, it's just like a little disappointing. I just like wish people would have fun with things the way like I want to have fun. So
did Rod dress up or
no?
It really was just you?
It really was just me.
Damn, not even like a headband, nothing. Sheesh.
But
a little makeup.
Yeah.
A little blood in the corner.
Yeah. I think that if I had convinced Rod enough, he would have done it. But
I'm sure he would have.
I didn't have the energy for it by that time. But yeah, I just kind of wish like, you know, I had friends that would just meet me where I'm at with that and like wanted to like be on the same vibe. I don't know. But yeah, we went to like a bar, and it was like a local bar, and like I did feel like a little silly being the only one dressed up at times, but I was just like, oh, fuck it, I'm already here.
But were you really dressed up that much? Like it was
I'll put like a I will.
You gotta remind me.
Hold me accountable.
Okay, I'll remind you.
But I will share like a picture of like what I wore. It was more like a high fashion Toadette. I had the hat. I had the hat, but I actually wore just like an all pink outfit, and like the people knew who I was.
The vibes, yeah.
So anyways, I went to a bar, and I think we were like the only foreigners in this bar too. But like when it was time to leave, this girl just like, she didn't say anything else to me besides like kawaii. And I was like, arigato gozaimasu.
That's cute. I love that.
Yeah, and like there were like people
I feel like I fear that would make me cry.
Oh my god!
Especially if nobody else,
my heart.
Especially if nobody else is dressed up,
well,
and you're
we
like
went
the
to
only
like
one.
other bars. Like there were people like out, like dressed up. You know,
but
what
like
I
your
mean?
friends
it just like
weren't.
wasn't our group.
Yeah, I would have been like, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she said I look cute. And I mean, like when we were like out more, like we were like drinking, we like went to different bars and stuff, and then we like went to 7-Eleven, and like there were guys that like recognized like who I was, and they're like, oh, Kino Pico, and I'm like, yeah, like you know what I mean? It was like really cute to like, I don't know, have like some sort of connection, even though there's like this language barrier. That was like another thing. I kind of like makes me like want to learn Japanese. Like I do watch anime, so I do know like a couple of phrases, I guess, but like it did make me want to like learn more for my next time, because that is kind of important. Like it's kind of hard to like navigate there if you don't know like anything. A little, you need to know
some.
Yeah. So
I know I've tried with Korean. Like I'm not kidding. I've tried so many times, and I just keep going back to it. I feel like at some point I'm gonna learn it because I just keep going back to doing it. Yeah. So I try though. Like I know a little bit, but it is hard to learn a full language.
But also on the topic of Halloween, okay, so I think Cat's Eye as Winx,
wasn't that the cutest thing ever?
I think they won the best costume of the year
for sure.
Yeah, aside from my costume.
With yes,
my Lady Gaga.
That was iconic. That was very good.
No, but they like absolutely killed it. I was obsessed.
And the little videos that they made.
Yes, I was literally gagged when I was so gagged when I like woke up and saw that show.
Laura's look. Which one was your favorite? Because I loved Laura's look, the green one. Is it Lara or Laura?
Someone did like.
Am I saying it like
I think
the white
someone
one?
did correct us on this once, but let us know in the comments again, because I definitely
maybe it is Lara.
But I just I was like, if you had said Lara, I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I don't know who my favorite was, honestly.
I also
she
Megan's.
ate though. She really did eat. I liked hers and Megan's. I think they might have been my favorite. But just like collectively as a whole, I was like, oh my god, this is like this is Halloween done right. I'm like, this is what it's about.
I hope they do that like every year, like something iconic like that.
See, but that's what I mean. Like I want like
to have a moment. I know.
I want like friends that like want to have a moment with me and just
oh my
like
god,
have
could
fun.
you imagine? I know, I'm so jelly of what they have. I want what they have.
Yeah, I want what they have. Fuck. No, but it was so good, and I was so glad to see like Megan was back.
I know. That one clip of her like punching her cutout. Like she came and she's like, I'm back, and like punched her cutout. I thought that was so cute. So I love Cat's Eye. Like they're so iconic. They're killing it. Yeah. And they're gonna be performing with the I think it's the LA Rams like cheerleaders. They're gonna be doing like a performance with them in Korea for like it's called like the Mama Awards. I think I could be wrong.
The Mama, a girl behind you.
Mama Cat's Eye behind you. But they're gonna be doing a performance with them. I'm excited to see that. Yeah. I'll send you a link if you want. Yeah. I could tell you.
Do you want to talk about the? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I could tell you about something that happened to me this week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, this is so random. It has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about, but it happened to me this week, and so I don't remember when this happened because honestly, it's like a trauma response. I'm trying to like block it out. But someday this week, I did like a grocery shop. Okay. And I don't want to say what store, but you probably know.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got a grocery shop from there, and usually it's very they know what to do. They put it in the backyard because I always say to put it in the backyard. They put it in the same spot every time. It was always good. Nothing ever bad ever happened. So this time I don't know what happened, but there's just so much that happened that I was like, what the fuck? So this guy, Daryl, I think his name is Daryl. If you're out there, I'm coming for you. Damn. But he decides to put Daryl my stuff in the steps of my neighbor. So like right at her steps, he puts my groceries, which is like, okay, you know, not the right number. And also not the right,
quite, babe.
Not quite it. You know, I said specifically in my notes, put it in my backyard. Sometimes he put it on my steps. That's fine. But he put it in my neighbor's steps. So I didn't realize this. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm just going to walk up the driveway and like check. Because we have this driveway. Like you have the driveway, you have the backyard, and you have the front yard, right?
Yeah.
So I walk up the driveway. I have no shoes on, no bra on. I look a hot mess. I look like some homeless woman that
barbecue sauce all on my titties.
Literally, that just crawled out of a hole. Because I'm thinking I'm just going to walk up the driveway and see if it's on my steps or not.
Yeah.
It's in my neighbor's steps. So I'm like standing in front of her house like this. Like all confused.
What do we have here?
Yeah, like what is going on here? Because a lot of the stuff was stuff that I didn't order.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is this my stuff or is it her stuff? And while I'm standing there like this, no shoes on, titties out, basically, she walks out the door. The old lady that lives next door, she walks out the door with her daughter, and they're both looking at me like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them like, what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, are these your groceries or are these in Spanish? I'm like, are these your groceries or are they mine? Also, I'm speaking in Spanish this whole time, which already like, also, if you know me, I don't talk to strangers. Like, talking to strangers is not a thing for me, okay? It's instant panic once I have to talk to a stranger, okay? So at this point, I'm panicking.
Yeah.
I'm having a full-blown anxiety attack while talking to this lady. Also, I have to talk to her in Spanish, which I don't do on the regular, so I'm freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, are these your groceries or mine? I don't know why I asked that, because obviously they're my groceries. And then I'm like, can you, like, go into your house and, like, ask your family if, like, they got groceries? So she goes in and she asks, and they're like, no. And also this woman is like a frail, like skinny woman. Like the ambulance comes like every other week for them. I'm not kidding. I know. So I'm like, she starts picking up my groceries. And it's like heavy ass shit. So I'm like, no, you don't have to help me. Like, you can just leave it. Like, I'll take it. It's fine. And she's like, no, I'll take it. Like, you don't. It's fine. Her and her daughter's looking at me like I'm fucking nuts. So I've never met this woman in my life. I've seen the older lady before. Never met the other one. She's looking at me like I'm this homeless woman stealing groceries.
Yeah.
And so they start helping me bring the stuff. She's telling me how people have gotten like their trucks stolen around here, which love that. Love living here. Then there's this old man walking. I don't know where he came from. He starts walking out screaming at me, being like, hey lady. And I'm like, okay, it's so overly stimulated at this point, because she's telling me about like her truck being stolen over here. They're helping me bring all the stuff that I didn't buy, like a litter box and like these crackers. I don't know. It's a bunch of shit that I didn't order, and I'm just over. The guy's screaming at me, so I'm like, just put it on my driveway, and I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna get some help, and we'll bring it all in. So she helps me bring everything, a lot of shit, right in the driveway. So my driveway's here. I put it right in the corner. And I go inside and I'm going to go get my sandals. And I'm not kidding. This happened in like 2 seconds. Like I literally walked inside, got my sandals, walked out. Also, I made my nephew go outside and watch the groceries because I was scared somebody's going to steal them. So I go back outside, and my brother, who has this huge van, he has this work van, and okay, love my brother, but like he's the worst at driving. He does not watch where he goes. Damn. He will just run anything and everything over. Foreshadowing. So I walk outside, and he comes full speed into the driveway and just runs over all the groceries. And you know what's funny? It's so funny because honestly, he would have probably hit me if I wasn't like in the way. That's how fast he was coming in.
That's insane.
No, yeah. And then so yeah, he just comes in and just like runs over everything. I let out this scream because at this point I was like shaking because I was having so much anxiety that I was like panicking. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. His girlfriend was actually in the kitchen, and she thought that I got ran over from how loud I screamed. And it's the pause after he realized what he had done. Like he just sat in his truck, and it's just like the silence, because I was just looking at the stuff, and I'm like, oh. He comes out, and this is the part that like pissed me off and I almost exploded. He like, the truck is still there, right? And like he got off the stuff. The truck is there. He comes to the back, and he leans up against the truck, and he goes, he's like, do you know how badly I wanted to like
Oh.
I wanted to end it all, the whole world.
You're
but
better than I am. I think I would have like caught a case.
honestly, I thought I was, but I don't know what came into me this day. I stayed quiet the whole time.
Oh, good for you.
I didn't say a peep.
Yeah,
Because people
that's
tend to tell me that I overreact sometimes.
You?
So I
Oh, wow.
so I heard people's voices in my head telling me to calm down and to not like change the course of this family for the rest of our lives.
Change the course of this family.
Yeah, change the relationship between everybody in this family.
Oof.
So I kept it in. I was very much shaking the whole time, and my face was probably beet red from me holding it in.
Good for you.
But I don't know what came into me. I kept it all in. We brought everything inside. I cleaned off everything. The only thing that got messed up was my ham and some eggs.
Okay.
So honestly,
all right. Best
it's
case
fine.
scenario.
Everything had like spaghetti all over it, and like there was soda all over the place, and like
Did he? I hope he fucking learned his lesson.
didn't say sorry.
What a
Didn't buy
fucking dick.
didn't buy the food that he messed up.
Oh, you should have told him to.
Oh, well, he said he would, but do you think he was going to?
No. He's not.
So that's what happened this week. Honestly, telling it back, was it really that bad? Or did I just make it bad in my head?
No, I would be pissed.
It was just like so much that happened in like 30 seconds. You know? That I was just so overly stimulated, and like my body went in. I was just like, what happened?
Listen, I think I would have reacted the same way.
Yeah, and now I have a free litter box. I have like a bunch of cookies.
Hey, you up.
I have a bunch of shit that I did not order. Like this man, whoever, Daryl, if you're out there, I'm coming for you, Daryl. Life is fine. Like it's really not that serious, but in the moment it was for me.
Yeah, that does sound like a fucking stressful situation though. So I don't blame you for like legit being like, but honestly,
I didn't
good
say
for you for like keeping your cool, because I think I would have lost my damn mind.
you would have exploded. I think anybody would have exploded. I don't know how I didn't. I didn't say anything.
That's growth.
Yeah, I know. So
high five.
I know. I feel so good about myself after that one. I did cry a little bit. I let one tear out in public. I mean, in private. I was like sitting here and I was like, just like what just happened?
Just like what? I don't know.
And then nobody was picking up the phone after, because I was by myself, and I was like, I wanted to talk to somebody about it, and nobody was answering my messages, and I was like, that pissed me off more than the actual situation. Like that, like I wanted to cry.
Absolutely nothing to do with it. But
literally
like,
nothing. But the fact that they were picking up, or like they were fully at work.
Yeah.
Like probably in a meeting or something, and I'm like, pick up the phone.
No.
Yeah,
that would absolutely send me over the edge.
Yeah. But anyways.
So I think that's gonna conclude.
Are we done?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's it for this week, guys.
Yeah. Stay strong. Stay hot and sexy. I don't know.
Honestly.
So we like we mentioned in the beginning of the episode, we are going to try to remain consistent with like posting. So, we will let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll make like an announcement on like the channel page, like once we have like things set in motion. But we do plan on being just like more consistent with the posting of everything, and we are really appreciative of the people. We have seen like an uptick in subscribers. We really do love and appreciate you guys. Thanks for like wanting to hear us yap.
Yeah, honestly, because girl, we do be yapping.
Oh my god,
we do be yapping.
And I know some people have like thousands and thousands of subscribers, but honestly, like just seeing like one or two like each day, I'm just like, oh my god, it really does, like, it feels good. So
especially for a podcast, like
especially
the fact that you guys want to hear us,
because
like,
we really just be like, yes, we be yapping, and like I don't know, it's just girl talk here.
Yeah.
So
honestly. But with saying that, make sure to subscribe.
Yes.
Make sure to
subscribe. Do you want to do the outro?
Oh yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Like I said, make sure to like and subscribe. Subscribing honestly helps the most.
Yes.
We really want to get up there, so make sure to subscribe.
Yes, we have big plans for once we do have more subscribers. We have like a lot of like fun ideas for things, but you know, we just need
maybe a giveaway in the future.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure to check out. Oh, make sure to ring that bell. Make sure to check out our links down below. Obviously, like she said, she went to Japan, so maybe she'll be posting some pictures on her Instagram. So go check it out on her Instagram if you guys want to see some context to what we were talking about.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.